Hello, fellow comrades. Remember Comrade Lou, Comrade Jimmy. This is our first video for the new year, January 2013, and we're going to be taste testing some vodkas. First, all you comrades out there, let me remind you, no drinking and driving, have a designated driver, and have a happy new year, because driving and drinking does not mix. So we got a few, very traditional Absolute vodka. Then we got Sobieski, that's from Poland, and you just know that I'm partly Polish. And then from the northern land, we got something from Sweden, the Swedish vodka, Sinetska. So we're gonna have it with a little tonic, and we'll be letting you know which ones we like the best. Okay, so we'll just take our shot glass.
It's a kind of big one.
Yeah, well, hey Lou, you remember all the years that we talk about who should be president and stuff, and when we grow up, you never know how good a president's really been to years later, and the same thing now. But remember growing up in school in Brooklyn, and the people we used to have to get underneath the tables, the chairs in grammar school and pray because the Russians had nuclear bombs pointed. It's not that we didn't have them pointed at them, but you go back and you wonder who won the war, because just like World War II, the Japanese got the car market, the Germans got the car market in the United States, and now the Russians, they're moving into Sheepshead Bay. So you wonder sometimes who really wins the war.
And the Brooklyn basketball team, that's owned by a Russian.
Yeah, so.
What's his name? Okay. He's a billionaire.
Well, I'm sure they work hard for their money. I'm just amazed that, for all the years that, they had nuclear bombs pointed at us, and, who really wins the war sometimes. Okay, what do they say? They must have a saying in Europe or something.
Gee, I don't know. Yeah, Lakayim.
Yeah, Lakayim. I don't think that's right, but we'll try it.
Remember Khrushchev said he would bury us. He went to the UN, he had the shoe on his desk and said, "We will bury you."
Yeah, well, it's
they didn't bury us with weapons, they buried us another way.
Well, it's like all these people on the talk radio shows, they never go back and, maybe the world should have had two superpowers, and all these other countries, they don't know, they have no loyalty to anybody, and they're drifting around, and we have all this trouble in the Middle East and everything. At least when you had superpowers, either you were with us or you were against us. So what do you think of this one?
Very good. Very good.
It's not bad.
Is that the Polish one?
Yeah, that's the Polish one.
Polish one. Well, my wife is half Polish. I have to lean towards this a little. Very good.
Not bad. Boy, it's getting a little cold. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep mine up. I'm gonna keep mine up. I like it this way.
No, I think I'm gonna put mine down, comrade. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now I feel like a dive bomber. I could
driving a Zero.
Yeah, I could be flying a Zero.
Kamikaze.
Yeah. I don't know if that would go over well, flying the Zero, but, especially after you add a few of these. Well, that's right, I forgot to measure them. This is the European size shot glass, if anybody's wondering. Never been a bartender. This is from Sweden, and you know what they say about those Swedish people. Maybe it's cold up there, and maybe that's why they, stay in bed so much. But I'm sure, the vodka is excellent. So we'll try this one now.
The girls are pretty.
Yeah, but if you gotta wear hats like this all year long, that's pretty cold. You get to take them off in August.
Hats and ice skates.
Oh, this is a little different than the other one. It kind of foams different.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's distilled and we're not going to die from it. But it's definitely different. I think people drink vodka because it really doesn't have much of a smell. So, when they go back to work after a few of these, they don't think drinking.
Yeah.
Cheers.
The hard drinkers drink this stuff.
A little stronger than the other one, I think. Definitely could taste it a little bit more. 40%. 40%. Both of them, I think, both of them taste pretty good.
I'm leaning towards the Polish one so far.
Polish one? Okay.
What was the name of that Swedish girl? Savaria Holland? Or was she from Holland? Sweden?
Oh, that wasn't, well, maybe we should have some like ABBA tapes on or something. Weren't they from there? Weren't they from Sweden or something?
Jeez, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know a couple of hockey players were from there. On the Rangers.
Oh, remember that song? I think ABBA sang it, SOS, and they were singing with the mini skirts and the boots on.
ABBA. She was pretty. The girl in the group, right?
I think it was ABBA. I think she sang with John Travolta for a little while.
Now that was Olivia Newton-John?
Oh yeah, she played in the movie Grease. But ABBA sang SOS or something. They had little mini skirts on with boots up to the knee and everything.
I remember I had their 8-track tape.
Well, you know how I remember them? They were on Dick Clark.
Yeah.
Real early in their careers in the city, American Bandstand. Yeah, that's who we should toast this time, Dick Clark.
Yeah, for
this is the first year in Times Square that there was still the Dick Clark, show,
right.
But he's not with us anymore, and he brought us a lot of good music over the years, a lot of dedicated musicians and everything. It was pretty enjoyable.
Oh, yeah, he was
American Bandstand. So.
Oh, Ryan Seacrest took over now.
Yeah. So this is Absolute. This is also from Sweden. Maybe a different part, but we'll try it. To Dick Clark.
It's the Dick. Well, I'm used to this. I usually drink Absolute. Yeah, it's my old standby.
I don't know. They're all pretty good. I'm sure they all could give you a buzz with no problem at all.
Yeah.
I couldn't find any real Russian, stuff, even though we used to have some from somebody in Russia. But the Polish stuff from Poland, that wasn't too bad.
No, it was good. I liked it. I liked it over the Swedish one.
Yeah, I normally don't drink it with tonic water. I do it more with orange juice.
Oh yeah, it's like a screwdriver.
Especially this time of year, orange juice, it helps fight the flu season.
Cranberry juice too.
Oh yeah, cranberry juice sounds good.
Vodka and cranberry.
Yeah.
I drink it when I'm on a diet. Vodka and grapefruit.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I also like Finlanda vodka. It's made in Finland.
Yeah.
Very good vodka. The price is absolutely right.
Yeah. So what do you think for the new year? Where do you think we're going? We didn't fall off the financial cliff yet.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's up in the air with me. I don't know where we're going.
Yeah. You have any trust in the Congress or senators that they know what they're doing?
I believe they do. They're both playing hard to get, and then being that it's over, maybe we could point the country in the right direction. Hopefully, I think they should be knowing what they're doing by now.
Yeah.
I mean, you gave them that book. What was it? Something for Dummies.
Economics for Dummies.
Economics for Dummies. Maybe we gave out 100 to them, to the senators and everything. Maybe we could get something right there.
Yeah, I sure hope so, because I don't know about the rest of the country, but in the Northeast, at least from what I see in New York and New Jersey, there's more stores closed than ever been.
Yeah.
Every place you go, and then
factories and everything.
Congress and the Senate took so long, to pass any money for the Sandy storm. So there's a lot of people still living, without heat, without a good shelter, or in hotels. And, it's about 6-8 weeks now, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that's really sad. And just the other day, they passed 9.1, but still had a pork in it. You know, some says, well, you know, it's not really pork. You know, cars for the federal government got destroyed, so they have some of that in there. I don't know how much you know is true, but they're also giving money to Alaskan fisheries. So, you know, so that's only 9 million of hopefully about a 60. I'm sorry, 9 billion of hopefully 60 billion that would come to the New York, New Jersey area. You know, so the new Congress is voted in. So
where's that money coming from, though? Who has to make up that 60 billion? You say
a Visa card probably. You know, which you know I don't know about that. You know, you know we've been around for 200 years. You know, and you know, I mean, I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm not the guy on top. I'm not the guy on the bottom. I'm somewhere in between everybody. You know, so if a few years, you know, some of the greed of the wealthy got to be dispersed to help, you know, everybody else, I don't think that's a bad thing. You know, one of the things that I know for a fact, though, I used to fight with people about this. When people don't have enough to eat and their house is cold, they would do things that they normally wouldn't do. And crime is definitely going up. The Holland Tunnel, which I go through 3 times a week into Manhattan, you know, there's always somebody begging for money, and that didn't happen for a few years. But what's very sad, sometimes I see a young mother begging for money, and that's pretty sad.
it's true.
You know,
Even on Fourth Avenue in 100th Street in Brooklyn, getting off the Belt Parkway under the Verrazano, there's always somebody there.
really, wow,
You know, panhandling.
yeah. You know, and no jobs for the kids, so they're staying at home longer, and you know that's not easy on the parents. And you know, I know couples that are having their first kid when they're 40 years old. So
That's it.
you know, the older you get, you know, the more of a risk, you know, of having a baby with problems. You know, it's not an easy part, you know, for the world. I could understand that, you know, but first, you know, we got to straighten out our mess here.
That's right.
And then we could go help.
America first.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I believe that, and you know, after we straighten it out, but it doesn't seem, you know, that you know, maybe the congressmen and the senators, you know, they need to go through their state and take a ride, because the unemployment rate in Washington D.C. is only 3%. You know, and that's probably, even in a good economy, you'd have 3%
Right.
of the people not working. You know, and down there, 3%. I mean, you know,
Nothing.
but you know, I think it was in June or July, I was down there at a wedding, and I did take a picture of somebody sitting, you know, and begging for money. You know, on I forgot what building it was. You know, and 3%. You know, of the people. You know, and I'm sure, you know, a lot of them are government workers, a lot work for lobbyists and big
Right.
companies and things. But, you know, if everybody's walking around and seeing, you know, everybody got jobs, you know, all of a sudden, if they go to like a Cincinnati, Ohio, and they go down Main Street and they see how many stores are closed,
Right.
you know, maybe they'll do something different. You know, I mean, not that I'm saying that I would know what to do, but you know, we were joking before about who really wins the war sometimes. You know, and the Japanese, you know, we won, you know, World War II, but they won the car market.
And look at the Germans, too.
Yeah, Germans with BMW, Mercedes, and Volkswagen. You know, between, you know, all the Japanese cars and all the German cars, they far outsell all the American cars, which only now is Ford and
Chevy.
General Motors. You know, so we got to go back to the drawing board, and you know, it's nice helping the rest of the world, but first you got to take care of the people here.
Right.
You know, because if you lose them and they're mentally ill because they don't have a warm place to stay, or they don't have the right meals to nourish their bodies and things, you know, you're going to pay for it a generation or two down the line. You know, so I hope the best for everybody in 2013.
I want to bring the troops home, too.
Yeah, that,
Take care of our veterans.
yeah.
That's the highest priority, taking care of them, bringing them home.
You know,
secure our borders if we have to do that. That's all.
You know, Lou makes a very good point. You know, soon it'll be time to file the income tax. And one of the things I could never understand is that they have a box to check to donate $1 for political fundraising. Okay, why don't you have a write-in box? Senators and congressmen, hello? Okay, why don't you have a write-in box of a number that we could write in there that's tax deductible? Okay, that money would go right to the veterans.
Very good.
Okay,
good idea.
You know, some administration. Okay, you know, because those people, you know, men and women, okay, we can't do enough for them. I mean, there's a lot of very good municipalities in New York and New Jersey that give them priority, you know, when they apply for a job, especially as a police officer. You know, and you know, if there was a box, you know, even though I've been unemployed for a long time, you know, I donate to some of the organizations. I had an old uncle, and he loved the USO. I mean, wherever he was around the world, okay, you know, he knows he could go in there for a donut and a cup of coffee. Let's take care of our own in 2013, and then we'll fix the world.
I drink to that.
Okay, cheers for that. Any other words of wisdom for 2013?
I think we said it all.
You know, I think in the maybe next month, you know, we'll talk a little bit about gun control. You know, it's really terrible that, you know, how many people get killed with guns every day, and police officers risk their life every day. You know, and it shouldn't be that way, but, you know, a lot of things, like if you take, you know, lawyers, you know, they're not ruled and regulated by the government. They're regulated by the Bar Association. So even though I'm not a gun owner, I particularly don't like guns, and I wouldn't try and get a gun, I can understand why people, you know, that have guns do not trust the government. So we'll do a little research, and next month, I think we're going to do single malt whiskeys next month, you know, which sounds good to me, because everybody I know that lived in old age always had single malt liquor.
Is that around President's Day we'll be doing it, around then?
Yeah, maybe Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. Then the next one after that would be St. Patty's Day. We got to do one for that.
Yeah, then that might be beer or something.
Or Irish whiskey.
You know, yeah, and we'll have a corned beef and cabbage dinner for that. You know, so we got a few things coming up. So we'll talk to you in about a month. We're doing this one a little early. So everybody remember, no drinking and driving. Have a safe year. Hug your child tonight when you go home. Okay, and you know, prod your senators and congressmen to do something that's right for this country.
Yeah, get off their asses. Get moving there.
Yeah, maybe now we can't save the world, but we definitely could save ourselves right now. So, as usual, and in our ending comment, God bless America. Talk to you soon.
The best.
Bye.